everybody, we're back with another video. Today we are unwrapping Senor Nippon. I don't think I've ever seen this game around anywhere. It's another one of those like variety button masher kind of party games. I don't think it's particularly sought after or necessarily rare or anything like that. I don't know, but like we didn't have one, so I picked it up. We are getting ready for level up right now, and we kind of need a little bit of everything we can, and I think it's fun to start bringing out all these kind of games that you're not really going to see anywhere else. I don't know if like maybe a round one out there might have gotten one over here, whatnot, but anyway, it's a neat looking game, and we'll put it in with our variety section. So we'd fired it up already, and I guess we need to get in the control panel to edit it anyway, so I figured we should do an unwrapping of it, get it hooked up, and check it out. So go ahead and plug this sucker in.
Why is it a perfect square? Like
yeah,
this?
I'm not sure.
That's interesting.
And this could just as easily be because of I don't know how it's mounted underneath or something. Maybe that's where the hole is or something to access this. Oh yeah. Well, no. Are you sure? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, these super aren't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's plugged in. Is it on the phone?
I don't know. I don't think Abe pulled the tape on this, or unless he did. Oh, he had to have because he got test menu. All right.
There we go.
Let's fire this sucker up. Yeah. So this runs what X2? I think this is X2. It might be as old as X2. If not, it's X3. But you know, it's a TAITO cab. Was that 2009? Yeah, that's got to be X2. Let's see what we got in here. It could just, I mean, that type monitor they've used it in a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. It's TAITO. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of them. It looks real clean regardless. This one, probably, I'd bet low use. Let's see, 6256 for the credit counter.
Really?
Yep. So we got the tangs in there, and oh, there's a spare tang in here, and a spare lock part. What else we got? Oh yeah, it looks like it's X2. So I'm actually remind me before we actually button this up and send it out, I need to dump it because I almost guarantee you this game is not dumped. Or if it is, it's some weird collector or somewhere that has it. I definitely don't have a dump of this. There's some others. There's for example, we have a Hopping Road Kids that we're gonna do. I do not have a dump of that either. And I have seen a Hopping Road PCB come up before, I think, but I've never personally seen dumps of those. So anyway, that's another reason is, you know, the weird off games like this, if they're ever going to get emulated or supported, or even just backed up for you know, future's sake, you know, someone's got to do it, and that's why we got it here. So anyway, let's see what else do we got. We got oh yeah, this is, I forgot there is a PCB door here, so there's probably what, a back door as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll grab 3 locks out of our box for this. I might have to order locks again after going through all these cabs. The whole reason I got like 100 was, you know, for stuff like this. But okay, so let's see here. That is the newer, the standard model Type X2 in there. There is an older model one that the very first few games had. Looks like there's a power strip on the inside there. We'll open up the back in a sec here and take a look. But I don't know, is it gonna start up or?
Did it please?
The hard drive light is blinking, so let's see. It is connected. Oh, it is, okay. Yeah, so it's connected JVS. There's some very standard connectors in there. Go ahead, pop off that back. Yeah, this was in that container a long ass time ago where they transloaded it and did a shit job, you know. So this scammage here was new, but now that I've opened it up, like, and kind of looked over everything on this cab, it's not that bad. I think this cab survived pretty good. I'm definitely okay with it. It's by Team Frontline. I'll look up later what they did. All the art is pretty faded. Like, I can tell it used to be more vibrant, more colorful. We've got the normal boot there. Yeah, we'll get it dumped. I'll see how. It'll be interesting for me to kind of look at the security on this, because like I was around at the very beginning when these games were first getting dumped, and a lot of them just had nothing for security, and then others had. And actually, you know, I think about it, looking at this probably does do some binding to the hardware because there's no dongle. And I always wondered, so what, 2008, when, do you remember when the X2 came out?
No.
Because I know early in the X2 era, like everything was dongles. Then you had some other games where there was no dongle and it bound to the, moss, interesting. Where it bound to the hardware, and I think it either would like look at the MAC address or something, and the game would bind to that. So I'd assume that this game has to have some of that kind of security in there. They used to, like the other ones with dongles, they'd pull the key to mount the image off the dongle itself. But anyway, so there's that. Let's go into test menu, because yeah. Ooh.
That's why it was taking forever to boot. Or this.
So regardless, we're gonna want to dump this immediately and get that fixed.
900 GS.
Oh yeah, you can. Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So GPU fixed, no problem. Hard drive, as long as we can dump the hard drive, we're good. And then just figure out if we need to do anything with the security to get it to run. Because like I know Music Gun Gun and Chochabudai, there was some extra things we had to do to get the game to run, but so you couldn't just extract the image and run it. But a lot of other games, you could just extract the image and just run it. So I'm gonna pull this, and we'll be back to figure this out. For level up, I'm gonna put this immediately onto the reserve list and come back to it. Let's go into test menu, see if it will. Nah, that shit's stuck.
Yeah.
One of the buttons.
Let's see this extra stuff. Okay.
That's the
So-
original color.
Yeah, so this looks like a replacement for this
Really, that's
in the
side.
actual
Yeah. Oh, that's
original
the whole
color.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could scan that and kind of.
Yeah, we could. I mean, look at that green's just completely
I didn't
gone
know
on
it was
this
gonna
side.
be green.
Yeah. So there's an original of that. Let's take a quick look at the menu or the manual. I'm gonna tuck this back. We have too much shit to prepare for level up, so I'm probably not gonna do this until after. But let's see if there's anything special on this manual. Yeah, you got this. Oh.
You?
Okay, well, while we're at it, since it's... Let's see if we can actually
It's been set to free
I
play.
hit the test button.
It could be the hard drive.
Yeah, it could be the hard drive. If I can at least get that image off, we're good.
You know what?
But-
maybe it's gonna load the textures.
Yeah, and again, that could be graphics card too, because these things go out all the time. I don't know if I have any spares on me that I haven't prepared. I'm pretty sure there is some. No, I'm pretty sure there is some like in the back that I just never got to. But yeah, you can flash the BIOS on the graphics card and do that. I might do that in one of my repair videos at some point, because that's something that I used to do a lot more regularly back before the X3 multi became a thing and everyone's using X2. So.
Looks like we're missing some.
Oh no, we're missing tons of pops. That's not uncommon, but like, just kind of flip through the manual real quick, see if there's anything interesting in there.
Yes.
I love them every time. They're so cute. Anyway, yeah, so we'll come back after I can dump this and figure it out. There's definitely some shit that needs to be done, so we'll be right back.
Go.
Okay, so we decided to, first thing, I brought a spare donor Type X2, which like I said, I think with no dongle, the security is going to be different. So I'm just going to try swapping the GPU, see if that alone is the problem. I went and dumped the hard drive just a moment ago as well, so that, in case it's the drive, I've got it backed up and we'll work on the data. And, that's outside the context of this video. You can see this thing is pretty dirty. And I've had so many Type X's have hard drive failures or GPU failures that you know, it's not surprising. And I think I'm out of stock of. I used to buy a lot of like any 7900 GSs I could, and reflash the BIOS for them to repair for X3s like all the time. So anyway, just wanted to pop this back in. I'm not gonna put the lid back. Well, I'll put it on just for convenience sake for now, but let me take these screws. I'm gonna drop these on the ground. All right, so our cameraman kind of fat fingered the button. And I throw this in there, it's not working, it's doing some beeps, so I'm gonna, you know, this thing's pretty filthy inside, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this this up, right. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this PCI Express slot real quick. Let's see if that helps. So this is probably fine, but this is a little dusty, so this isn't exactly standard good practice to do it this way, but I'm just gonna take some alcohol, wipe off the top real quick, and check the, I don't know if the insides are gonna be clean or not, but do we have a thin piece of metal or something that we can use? Just shove that in there. I hate to, the one thing I hate to do is try and come here and,
I'm not sure.
I don't think we have anything to get down there right now, otherwise to like clean out in between the pins. But I'm just gonna real quick. See if that helps. The RAM seems to be fine. The beeps it was doing was something I've never heard before, but anyway, just,
That was backwards?
yeah, I'm just gonna try to pop this back in, see what we got, because we were getting no video. I bet you anything was a video thing. There's other things we can do to try to get this going. Where's my screwdriver? Okay, power it, stick this sucker back in. I'll make sure the hard drive's actually still secure. Okay, I think we're all good. Hook this back up, power it up, see what we get. Yeah, so that beep pattern, I've never heard that before. I have no idea what that is. So I guess we're gonna look a little bit deeper into this PCB, figure out what's up, and we'll be back. Okay, so just real quick, we swapped out the motherboard just to see. We basically found out that we have a bad donor graphics card as well. And I also went and confirmed that it does, in fact, have security tying it to the motherboard, which is what I expected. Like I said, I've already got this dumped, so I'll probably pull that out and gonna see how it looks. Maybe I can run it decrypted and I'll just throw it in the donor or get a different graphics card or something and swap the parts and figure it out. But yeah, for now we're gonna swap out the locks on this. This is just not gonna go to level up, and I'll finish up the video on it a little bit later once I manage to get all this stuff done. But it shouldn't be too bad. So just hang tight and we'll be back. Back. It's been quite a while. We finally got around to firing this back up again. We're gonna throw it at the show. I actually don't know if I fixed this or not, but it seems to be working just fine. It's actually been long enough, I don't really remember where it was. But anyway, it's up and running. I think I'd mentioned before, it has a pretty standard Type X2. Since we've dumped it and we've got plenty of spares, we'll be bringing those with us to shows. This is gonna go out to Evo. And anyway, since we got it up and running, we'll go ahead and play test it a little bit here. So go ahead and... But yeah, like it's just a BishiBashi style game that that TAITO made, and it's all like kind of Salaryman themed, it seems like. Yeah, just hit the red button. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I have never seen one of these out in the wild or anything like that. This is a neat game. Some of them are a little bit harder to figure out if since it's very heavily in Japanese, but we'll try to go through a couple mini games and see what we can figure out. So it looks like you've got left and right to move left and right, and then the top and bottom are both like an activate button. So you have to move the target, or move your pointer left and right to hit the target.
Use buttons to aim, just try not to
Yep.
hit the feature.
So yeah, the blue and green on yours is to aim, and then the center button's to shoot. Okay, so maybe not all Salaryman themed. It was the first two games that we had tested were very much those. So.
Try to hit the quota.
Yeah. And these are cooperative, so the life bar there is for all players, if I remember right. So same thing, it's a left and right. Ooh. I think that low sleep is starting to kick in. So it looks like you can see how unstable the stack is. Yours is actually super stable over here on the left. Not anymore.
And you get checkpoints for obviously 5 or so.
Something tells me this isn't OSHA compliant. So anyway, there's a lot more mini games on here, but that's kind of the gist of it. And yeah, I feel like I replaced a hard drive or a graphics card or something on this, because whatever issue we were having before, it's certainly not there anymore. So yeah, anyway, I think we got a pretty good look over the cab itself earlier. I think the only other thing I had to mention was just like these buttons here that were replaced, the ones that are obviously not the dome buttons. Those are pretty crappy. Like we took them apart and cleaned them and messed with them a little bit. I think one of them we replaced the switch, but they just don't activate very well. So long term, we're probably going to go find these the smaller dome buttons and get those replaced. Maybe I'll just replace all of them for uniform's sake. But they're not super great. So anyway, yeah, I think that's all we've got for Senor Nippon. We're bringing this out to Evo this weekend. I just wanted to power it up and, you know, get a little demo video in before we send it out. So yeah, hopefully you'll see this more at a couple other events. I'm considering bringing this to CAX because it is quite unusual. Hopefully in future years we'll or just cons in general. Like if we'll bring this out quite a bit more, especially for some of like the younger audiences or cons that want more of a more party game. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, stay safe. We'll see you next time.